Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Nurhadina binti Bahra. My membership number is 263333. I am final year student in Bachelor of Technology Management with honor from School of Technology Management and Logistics (STML) in University Utara Malaysia. Today, I'm gonna present to you my final year project and the title is Consumer Behavior Towards Empty Personal Care Products and Cosmetic Packaging. Before I proceed, I would like to give my gratitude to my supervisor, Mr. Mazrid bin Yaakob, and my final year project reviewer, Dr. Yuhaini Muhammad Yusof, for being care watching my presentation for today. Here is my full e-poster of my final year project. After this, I will explain one by one from the introduction until conclusion in my study about consumer behavior towards empty personal care products and cosmetic packaging. Plastic significant business is packaging, which has accelerated due to a global shift away from usable to single-use container. Plastic is widely used in all industries, having significant commercial, industrial, medicinal, and cosmetic applications. Plastic manufacturing has risen from 1.7 million tons in 1950 to 359 million tons in 2018, and it expected to reach 1,124 million tons per year by 2050 if the present trends continue. Among the different waste generated by household operation in domestic, there is hazardous waste, sometimes known as household hazardous solid waste, and the abbreviation is HHSW. This HHSW comprises discard packaging from cleaners, body care items, cosmetic, paint, lubricants, battery, and light bulb, all of which contain unpleasant or other health hazards, such as metal mercury stored in the battery. The first step in hazardous waste management is to reduce hazardous waste using the 3R method, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle principle. By minimizing hazardous waste through the 3R idea, it is aimed not only to minimize the number of current HHSW generated, but also to delay the existence of HHSW and restrict the possible of HHSW combining with other rubbish. Plastic waste management continues to be the source of worry in the majority of the country. Some describe listing strategic solutions for solving the same issue in the cosmetic sector, mainly focusing on the packaging strategy. The amount of litter has been found around the world, seas, and the ocean, even in regions far apart from human activity. The buildup of marine litter at sea, on the sea bottom, and in coastal region is caused by the continual rise in the amount of solid waste discard and the relative slow disintegration rate of most litter items. Regarding the Global Partnership of Marine Litter (GPML), the plastic component predominate in the many samples of marine litter, whether the litter is huge or microscopic. Personal care and cosmetic product packaging was containing microbeads, which is significant source of environmental microplastic pollution. The microplastic pollution has become one of the environment a severe global conservation concern. The ever-increasing per capita trash creation rates doubt about the sustainability of disposal. So, an alternative way of thinking based on the waste hierarchy method become more prominent as a policy aim. From this problem statement, the question also will be asked to ourselves, how do we manage our own empty personal care products and cosmetic packaging? There have two objectives in this research. First is to identify the consumer behavior towards empty personal care products and cosmetic packaging. The second is to validate the intention of consumer dealing with empty personal care products and cosmetic package. In this research, I used the model of consumer decision model and the theory reason of action (TRA) to my depth in my study. The relative importance, attitudinal, and the notive consideration will build the intention of consumer. After that, it will be formed the consumer behavior. Methodology of research is a systematic approach to resolving an issue. This study conducts a qualitative research methodology to meet the objective research. The interview session has conducted and the information was gathered from the respondent during the interview. The semi-structured interview and the one-to-one interview were chosen as the qualitative approach in this study. The platform used for the interview session is Google Meet, and the total number of respondents that interviewed is 5 respondents. And the target group of this research is focus and concentrate on the beauty consultant of Mary Kay company. The thematic analysis was the primary tools they employed in this research. They have 6 steps of data collection that I need in this thematic analysis to complete the investigation. First is familiarizing, second is coding, third is generating the theme, and next is reviewing the theme. The fifth is defining the names, themes, and lastly is the writing the report. The result and the finding in this research can divide into 4 sections. The first is the attitude, the second is the subjective norms, the third is behavioral intention in diversity, and the lastly is the behavioral intention in digitalization. The attitude of the consumer can see into 2 types. The first is attitude toward the type of packaging. The majority of consumers prefer to use plastic packaging rather than the glass. And the second is attitude toward the material design. The majority of them feel that utilizing the packaging is more convenient since it's easier to handle. Some of the respondents also respond that the interest in using plastic packaging for traveling and the safety. In subjective norm, they have 3 norms that will be influence the consumer behavior. First is family. Some respondents respond that they will be affected by family members to implement the method of 3 R's. They were glad to be added to the healthier lifestyle. And the second is friend. The influence of friend was minimal in this case. Some respondents demonstrate that they have a friend who like to share information on their social media. And the third is social media. The impact of social media on the consumer has a strong influence as well. They share that they get the information from the professional on their social media and also due to their experience to spread the positive vibe to the other consumer. In behavioral intention diversity, they have 2 behaviors that will be influenced. First is value in diversity. Some of respondents mentioned that they have lacked value in checking the background of product packaging, of personal care and cosmetic. Even they know the effect of plastic on the environment. Second is belief in diversity. Reduce, reuse and recycle are methods used to preserve the well-being of the environment. The respondent also applies this method in their daily life in managing empty personal care product and cosmetic packaging. The behavioral intention of consumer in digitalization has influence from the reference. The reference is to get the reliable source of knowledge on the 3R approach that can go through the minimum of the medium of digitalization. There are major perspectives expressed by respondents who are agreed that digital platforms have provided many references that can be referred to. In conclusion, the finding of this study may enhance the knowledge of the other consumer for implement the 3R's method to improve the sustainability in their daily life. The consumer also will be a driver for the implementation of sustainability that can be the source to the organization responsible for developing a more advanced system. However, some respondents did not fully use this strategy since they preferred to discard empty personal care product improperly. The recommendation for the next study in the found that the generic idea of how to persuade more consumers to embrace the 3R's method to manage their empty personal care products and cosmetic packaging in order to improve the sustainability in their daily life.